I had this notion when I was a marketer for my mom's business. And, it's a notion that you guys probably have as well, where back then I thought that if I reached for viral posts and virality, then my mom's business would flourish in Auburn. It was a business in Auburn. And after, actually looking back at it now, I could see why I thought about that and why it's such a big trap that almost everybody falls into. Like, viral posts is the thing that will help my business, is because whenever we're on social media, we always see these posts that get like millions of views with tons of likes and comments and saying, oh wow, I really want to try this out. But if you think about it, people will not buy from one video alone. Even if you post 10 videos and one of those videos bloom, you're not going to buy from just one video. Okay? When was the last time you bought a service or a product from one ad alone without any research? Probably never. Because, of course, after we watch that ad, we're going to go to YouTube or to Google or whatever you use and research about that product, company, or service. We're gonna find case studies, reviews, and things that tell us why we should pick them over other competitors. Right? Let me give you an example. I had this ad about fishing rods. This ad claimed that they were the manufacturer of the big brands, and now they want to provide the white glove service, the white glove product, but not a brand name. Okay, so I researched about them. I didn't buy right away. It was a compelling ad, don't get me wrong. It was a compelling ad, but of course I researched, and luckily for them, they had a good client journey. They had case studies, they had testimonials, they had the social proof. Pros were using them. They had a good middle of funnel. I'll get into that more in a bit, but yeah, they had a good middle of funnel. They nurtured me pretty well. And then after getting nurtured and getting accumulated to this brand, I saw another ad from them. It said, get this rod for 50% off. I instantly bought that fishing rod right away, dude. Crazy. And this is the exact same journey that your clients make as well. And this is what I missed completely when I was marketing for my mom's business. I was just always looking for that sale. Always looking for that sale. It was either I would try to get viral posts or I would just try getting people in through 60% off discounts. But the problem is I did not have the proper nurturing middle of funnel. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the different parts of funnel really quick. Okay, so funnel, if you think about it, it's like an upside down pyramid where the top is wide, but it gets progressively progressively the radius gets shortened. Yeah. So that means a lot of people will be on the top of funnel, but as it goes down, less and less people are going to go down to each level. Okay, so meaning you can have 100 top of funnel people on the top, but you can only have maybe like 5 closes. Okay, so there's 3 levels to this. The first one is the top of the funnel. This attracts people. This brings them into your space. Okay, so here's an example about what the win strategy does for people. Okay, for a top of funnel ad, what we're going to use is this script specifically. We're going to call the market out. Okay, Pierce County homeowners, if you have a dirty gutter, right here, follow me here on Instagram. All right, notice on this top of funnel ad, I'm going local. Okay, I'm going local. I'm not aiming for virality for this top of funnel. Even though it's a top of funnel ad, that the goal is to create awareness. We want this awareness to be mindful, to be local in our area, okay? Because when we're relying on viral posts, maybe half the viewers aren't even from our local area, right? And that doesn't even correlate to any new business, okay? So that is a top of funnel ad. Once they see that top of funnel ad, the call to action is follow me here. This is important. Once they follow you, then they're gonna go on your Instagram page, right? And what they're trying to find is posts and social proof that show why they should hire you instead of the other person. Okay, so this is the middle of funnel. This is the top, right? You're right in the middle right here. They're in the middle already. They're getting accustomed to you, and they're seeing all these nice case studies, these high quality posts, these high quality videos that show your team doing their work, and it just shows this level of professionalism that they've never seen before in any home service business or service-based business in Pierce County, because most service-based businesses, they use boring old generic graphic posts, right? But you, as a winner, you're going to use high quality video and photos, okay? They're going to check those out and be like, wow, this guy knows what he's doing, right? And then they're going to click off, right? No pressure on them. But then they reach the bottom of funnel because you created an ad that gave them a grand slam offer. A grand slam offer they cannot refuse. Something like along the lines of, for the next 5 people who book with us, we'll give them a 5-year guarantee. Something like that. A grand slam offer. Right? Now, since they've already taken this client journey from the top to the middle to the bottom, this makes the close a whole lot easier. All right, it makes it a whole lot easier, and it just streamlines the process. Okay, but the problem is, most people focus heavily on one and not the other two. Right? Let me give you an example. If someone focuses solely on the bottom of funnel, where they're talking about ads that give them grand slam offers, but the problem is they didn't even accumulate anyone in the funnel using top of funnel or middle funnel, meaning they don't have any followers, any audience to even see that ad, then this bottom of funnel ad grand slam offer is not going to work. Yeah, you have no audience to really show it to. Then again, if you're focusing solely on top of funnel and nothing on middle funnel and bottom funnel, then you're just attracting followers and engagement like viral posts without seeing any results or new business growth. They're coming in, right? They're coming in, but they're not buying. Okay? That's the reason why you need all 3. You have to remember, prospects always buy through a journey. All right? So here's the 3 stages: awareness, nurture, and close. Awareness, nurture, close. Awareness, nurture, and close. For maybe like a grand slam offer close. Yeah? But yeah, that is the biggest tip I've ever got from my mentors, working with UFC Fit, working with Porsche, working with the big names. That is one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned, and it's the shift that helped me help you guys, the winners in the community, win, right? I help you guys create these funnels for you, and yeah, I've even made a detailed PDF form that outlines the specific types of content that you can make today in today's formats and today's videos that work well. I've outlined that in a PDF, and if you guys want to see that see me break that down even more on another video, just like this video and comment breakdown, and I'll do that for the next video. See you guys. Have a great day.